Repeating the same thing over and over again will never make it true. Biden's DHS chief continues to find that out the hard way.
The president could not have been clearer in his articulation of this administration's position, nor could I have been clearer and continued to be so, which is the border is closed. And this administration administers and enforces the laws of the United States of America.
The Biden administration is saying that while exclusive new video shows migrants streaming across the border and running away from agents, and this is disturbing, Border Patrol stopped 10 sex offenders over a 1-week period. So, Geraldo, I'm going to go to you first on the icky stuff. They've seen a 3,000...
sex offenders?
Yeah, they've seen a 3,166% increase in arrests of convicted sex offenders. This included people charged with lewd and lascivious acts with children, sexual assaults of children, persons under 13, and statutory rape. So these are not the best people, is what we're getting at. To quote a former president.
I think you're wrong about that. It's of course interesting and effective to emphasize these aberrant people who come over. They should be crushed, arrested, their hands smashed. They should be sent away forever. But that's not the vast majority of these people running through the bushes that we all have been seeing, thanks to the drone footage that we're getting for the first time. It's where are they going? The vast majority of Americans never see them. Why did they never see them? Because they are absorbed into our economy. They are babysitting. They are mowing the lawn. They're washing the dishes in the restaurant. They're working in the poultry processing plant and the meat packing plant. They're going across the border because American employers are saying, come on, we got jobs for you. You see all these help wanted signs? These people are heading someplace where they're going to be absorbed into the fabric of the country. The vast majority, over 11 million are here, and I think that number is way low. I think there's more than that. We have to recognize that as long as we are giving them the magnet, come on, we'll give you a job, they're going to come.
Yeah, I mean, Geraldo, but there's something called a process. You know, you can, if you want a process, it doesn't make you anti-immigration. And we do have jobs, but if they take the jobs, then the wages will be lower, and then the liberals can't ask for a higher wage. What do you make of this, Jesse?
Yeah, you kneecap the minimum wage, and it drives wages down for hardworking Americans. I agree. I want an orderly process right now. That's not orderly. This guy, Mayorkas, reminds me of the reporter that stood in front of the burning building and said this was a peaceful protest. What else is he going to tell us? Those people running across? No. That's just the Mexican Olympic track team. They're just getting ready for the games. I mean, he thinks we're stupid, right? We're stupid. Like, if you saw a bar with 100 people in it, would you say the bar is closed? No, the bar is not closed. You can have a bouncer boot out 2 people, but every 2 people he bounces out, 4 people come back in. That's not closed. That's happy hour. And then they're saying we won't even deport you also unless you're convicted of an aggravated felony. So you can actually punch me in the face and Joe Biden won't deport you. You could get drunk and drive your car into Gutfeld's house.
No!
And they won't deport you. Yes, you could graffiti Dana's beach house and they won't deport you. There's a whole host of things that you can do. Bank fraud. You can steal Geraldo's credit card, take out loans, and they won't deport you. And you could probably take out a lot of loans on Geraldo's line of credit. And you're right, Greg. Trump was right. Remember he said they were letting in rapists? Well, just nab 10 of them.
Yeah.
All right?
Jesse, I actually looked into the laws, and if you punch Jesse Waters in the face, you get instant citizenship.
That's on the books?
That's actually on the books.
Oh.
It was introduced over 10 years ago.
True.
Yeah, that's inciting. You are inciting people now.
I am. So, doctor, would there also health consequences or ramifications to this? I doubt that we're closely monitoring the COVID symptoms and all the people coming in and going back.
Well, it's a lot more than just that, Greg. You know, I did actually a lot of my training in Arizona, and I worked in the county hospital, and I helped take care for a lot of illegal immigrants. And yes, in the time of a global pandemic, we don't necessarily want to be bringing people from different countries that may be bringing in different variants. But when they cross all of these deserts, they have renal failure, cardiac failure. They get very sick, and they come across, and they're ill, and they come and they need health care. And there is a parallel increase in crime when it comes with illegal immigrant activity. But, as Geraldo did point out, a lot of people are seeking refuge, but there is a process for that. And as we're seeing with the defund police movement, the whole abolish ICE movement needs to take a look at what happened there. And it didn't go over well. So we need to enforce more of the process to get people over safely.
Dana, it seems to be the strategy here is kind of like to let the American attention span simply fatigue. Mm-hmm. The assumption is that over about time we'll just lose interest in this story. Summer comes, people go on, and then then this will just kind of like continue on and on. It reminds me of Portland. How Portland every night it's the same problem. Still there.
I know Dan Springer did a report for us the other day, and even though it was breaking news, I felt like I'd seen it 100 times before because that's what's been going on every night. I also wonder, don't think I've ever seen a less effective communicator than Secretary Mayorkas. I'm not even sure there's a real person in there. Like the way he talks about it, it's like it sounds robotic. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't sound like they have any heart in it. There's two possible things that are going to happen on a policy front to keep in mind. On the COVID issue, President Trump had an executive order that basically said if you're coming from a country that has high COVID cases, then you can be out, basically deported right away, turned away. You're not allowed to come in. Apparently, that could go away soon. So there goes another tool. And the other thing is, this just broke, and I'm working on getting the details. I don't have them exactly here, but when you apply for a green card, your wife did, my husband did, right? So you have to fill out all this paperwork, say all of these things. Well, on the form is a thing about either any past punishments or jail terms or convictions or anything like that. That helps the process be done properly. They're about to take that out.
It's crazy.
So that wouldn't even be something that you had to admit to when you were applying for a green card.
Ugh. Well, that's bad news, Dana. I hope you're wrong. All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.